Donuts! Today we're going to make a no yeast donut. So traditionally when you go to the bakery mix, you go to the guy and he's got those big fluffed up like cakey, chewy donuts. And that's made from yeast.
The big ones.
Yeah, they rise and that creates air pockets in the donuts which then makes them be a little bit chewier. So our donut recipe we're going to make today is more of a cake donut. It's easier for the home chef to make.
Okay. So I can make these at home. They're not Dunkin' Donuts, but they're close.
But they're very close.
Okay.
They're soft, they're delicious. The leavening agent is egg and baking powder versus yeast.
Is it healthier? Because what do you take? I mean, it's a
Definitely
donut.
not. It's a donut. Let's be serious here. It's really a donut. But as you were telling me, it's traditionally that you eat jelly donuts.
That's right. The oil. It's all about the oil.
We got peanut oil. This is going to really create some nutty balance and flavor throughout the whole thing. We're really excited to show you guys how to make donut holes. Now get down. Get down. Stay.
Dog will do anything to eat, Frank.
Dog will do anything for donuts.
Especially donuts. So what are we doing now? What's the next step here?
We are making jelly donuts.
So where do we go?
Where do we go now is we want to mix our wet ingredients separate from our dry ingredients and then incorporate the two together.
It sounds a little complicated.
It's actually super easy.
Really?
Ultra easy, bro. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our flour, 2 cups of flour, put it right here in this bowl. What we're doing now is we're going to mix the salt, the flour, the baking powder, and the sugar together. Then we're going to add the sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you take your spatula, and at this point I like to get a bigger mixing bowl because it's easier to mix all the flour and the stuff together. We're going to take it, so you're going to mix with one hand, like this, and this is just going to incorporate all of that. Duck egg.
So what are we doing with this duck egg?
We're going to pour in this bowl.
Nice.
And then we're going to add our milk. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon, or a splash as I like to call it, of vanilla extract. That makes it cool. See that? That's it reacting with the milk.
Interesting.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Super cool, I thought. Just take a little almond extract. Does that smell that?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That's heavenly eating.
So now we're going to gently whisk it, incorporate the egg and the milk together.
Ooh, it's a beautiful thing right there. What is that?
X marks the spot, Max. It's called a well. So we're going to take our wet ingredients and make a well in our bowl. That's the flour and all that mixture. What we're going to do is we're going to pour that wet mixture, which is again milk, almond and vanilla extract, and a duck egg.
So is this like a pool?
It's like a pool, and see how the flour does it. Until you incorporate it, it won't like soak up into it. So what we're going to do...
So this is like an American cross pool.
Yeah, you do this a lot with pastas and things like that because you're trying to incorporate it. And we're not going to use an electric mixer. So here we are. We're going to take it, and then you're just going to slowly spin the bowl and kind of mix it together until it starts to form a dough.
How long does that take usually?
A couple minutes.
Okay, cool.
See how it's starting to come together?
Yeah, faster than you realize.
Way faster. Butter.
Butter. No.
Albionica.
It's not all melted.
It's mostly melted. When it goes in there, it'll melt more. The butter's warm enough that it'll melt if I stir it. Here we go. So what you're doing now is we're adding melted butter to the mix. And what this is going to do is create a flakiness in the dough. It's going to make it so that it's softer on the inside and it gets a really crisp outside shell. It's going to be really awesome. So we add our melted butter. Notice I'm using a rubber spatula so I can then get out all the butter from the bowl and stuff. Makes doing dishes a lot easier. So here we go. We're mixing in the melted butter in with the dough. Now you want to fully incorporate it. So you're mixing. And you're mixing. And
so what's going on? You just put everything in there into here?
It's just easier to scoop it out of a smaller bowl than it is a bigger bowl. I know I'm creating more dishes for myself and everything, but I don't know. I'd like to work smarter, not harder. Let's eat donuts, buddy. Alright, now we got our donut dough. We got our oil up to 350 degrees. We're gonna take our scoop. This is about
Is
a little bit. It's a little bit more than a tablespoon.
Is that an ice cream scooper?
It's not actually. It's a cookie scoop. It's a 9/16 of an ounce scoop.
Don't get your oil that hot.
Don't.
Frank wasn't paying attention, and we could have overboiled this bad boy.
You wouldn't have boiled it, but if you would have put a donut in there, it would have burnt instantly.
Would you burnt yourself?
I could have burnt myself very badly.
So be careful. Watch out for safety.
This is the parts of heavenly eating when we say the do's and don'ts. This is a don't.
Definitely. Thank God for thermometers.
Time to make the donuts, Max.
How do we make them?
What we do is we take our trusty scoop here.
Yeah.
We're going to dip it in some oil. This is just to coat it so that the donut falls out easier. It does have a little mechanism that pushes out the dough and it rounds it out perfectly so that way you have nice little donut holes. You can buy one of these at your local restaurant equipment store or even online.
Okay, but it's all about the pre-dunking of the metal.
You pre-dunk the metal. If you don't pre-dunk it, the dough will stick to it, yada yada yada.
Well, yada 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 works well for you, but
Right. For people out there, the dough will stick to it, and then your donut balls will come out with like jagged edges and stuff. They won't have that smooth, awesome look that you were looking to impress people with.
okay, so let's see it in action then.
All right, here we go. We dunk it. We go into our dough. We scoop it. We drop it into the oil.
And how many can we do at once in that?
This one, I would say we can do 4.
Do we have to dunk the metal in
I would say every
every few?
3.
Okay.
These take about 3 minutes on each side. So 3 minutes, then flip it over. 3 minutes, so 6 minutes total. And over here, you want to have a trusty napkin on a plate so you can scoop them out of the oil and put them right on the plate. So you don't want to use one of these spoons though, you want to get a slotted spoon so that way the oil has something to drain through. Alright, so the donuts is almost done, but a little quick test will help us find out. What you do is you take a toothpick, shove it down to the middle, just like some cake, and pull it out. And if it comes out clean, which it's not, you can see the little tiny piece of dough on the end. It is not done. It takes probably about a minute longer. You can tell by the length of how much what's it called, batter is still on the toothpick. If it doesn't come out clean, then that's, this much is probably mean it's got like a minute left. These are really close. I'm gonna eat 60 of them, Max. They're so fucking good. We take our donuts, we take our jelly, we dunk it in the jelly. Oh, that's a good bite. Oh, bro. It's so hot.
You ate that so fast.
I love every bite, bro. It's so good. It's salty and sweet. The almond gives it like that nutty underlying tone in the back of your throat. Guaranteed home run. These are so good you could fucking sell them.
Are you going to?
No, give me an opportunity.
You mean the people out there should give you the opportunity?
Here I am,
We'll ship them to you.
one lonely Sicilian just trying to make donuts.
You gonna ship them to people out there?
I'll ship them to whoever wants them.
Okay, well, we're waiting for requests.